Namaste, welcome to our home. So now we all are in ground floor and this is our office. Here you can see lots of articles of our work. Looking at my childhood, I was a bit kind of a naughty person. If I wanted to do anything, I would just go for it, I would not think about it or should I do it or no, but I would just go for it. So I was studying my bachelor in social work from St. Xavier's College. It's one of the most renowned college. I don't know how I got through it. For me also, it's a surprising, I don't know how they selected me. But I choose social work because everyone said it's an easy subject. You just have to go to college for 3 days and you just go to a field work for 2 days. So you don't have to spend much time in your college. At that time, I was placed in Kalimati police station. It was a women's cell. So what I asked one of the officer, please, can you just take me inside the prison? Because in our mind, when you talk about jail, it's like a big walls with the bars and everything. So I wanted to see. So when we went to the prison, I was a bit nervous and I was a bit scared. One small child, she was just down in the floor, and I just grabbed her. In our country, like the culture, it's not a big thing to just go and hold anyone's child, just, touch them. It's nothing here. But one of the people from the prison, they said that don't hold her. And I just dropped her down, because I was scared. But when I turned back my body, she just held my clothes, So just I turned back and she just gave me a big smile. She was just 8-month-old girl, and I feel like she had that light in her face. She had that magic, So what I thought is I should do something. I should do something for these children. And that's how things started to change. Sometimes you get those feelings, when she just hold my shawl. I feel like she's calling me. Don't leave me. I don't want to stay here. You are the one to help me out. You should do something. And for me, it was like I had to do something. More than me, she is the one who made me do this. She's the one for me. I stand here just because of her.
Pushpa, I remember her being somewhat bullied. I saw teachers, I saw friends and families, how they treated her, and she never gave up.
No.
Even if she fell down, she would rise up and walk away. From early on, from her school life, she saw more failure than success. I think for her, these kids is a reminder that an average person or below average could do better. And for Pushpa, these kids is like somewhat her past where people have looked down upon her. And she wants these kids to do good because she has done good.
Today they are here because what their parents have been doing. Knowingly, unknowingly, their parents have done a crime or a mistake, but I would not want the same thing happen to them.
आमा तिमीले लगाएको चुरा फुट्दाखेरि बुढेसकालमा भारी बोकी खुट्टा साह्रै दुख्छन् होला आमै खुट्टा
One song was about a mother and a child. It talks about if mom's bangles are broken down, don't worry about it. One day I'll come fast and I'll come back to you. I have to work hard, so that is the reason I'm far away from you. Now it's already been 2 years they've been to our place, and Dave has been referred from the government. Actually, his father has killed his own wife, Dave's mother. One day he said, do you know what happened to my life? And I said, what? And like he said, like, my father killed my mom in front of me. You know, he chopped into pieces and he made a very small pieces. So some of the children have a really painful story.
Do you remember the day that your mom went to prison?
Yes. दुःख लाग्यो थाहै छैन अब एकैचोटि त्यस्तो भयो लानु भयो मम्मीलाई भरेतिर आउँछु भन्नु भने त्यस्तो आउनु भयो Namaste, my name is Viraj Gurung. My future is to be a British soldier, so I'm joining in the British soldier. No, just I'm training. I'm doing training. Thank you. मम्मीले भन्नुभएको थियो खै होटल खोल्नु भन्नु थिएन होटल खोल्नु थियो खै अनि पुलिस आएपछि नि लग्नु
पुलिस लग्यो किन लग्यो
चेलीबेटी बेजुई खानु
ड्याडी मम्मी कहाँ हुनुहुन्छ नि
पोखरा अनि जेलमा छ
Oi, Prashna! Prashna, his father is in prison in Pokhara for trafficking the skin of illegal animals. His father has to stay in a prison for 15 years. These children come from various backgrounds with various stories. But when they come out here in this house, you don't talk about your family, but it's like this family. We are a family. Today, if they work hard and if they see what is their future, Tomorrow, for sure, like, you know, whatever their parents have done, everything will be hide, you know, because of their good thing.
आफ्नो प्यारेन्ट्सको भन्दा अरूलाई त्यस्तो भन्नु नराम्रो किनभने अब जे हुन थियो मम्मी बाबाले गर्ने हामीले गर्नु भएन हामीले गरे होइन त्यसै हामीलाई चाहिँ नभनेको ठिक त्यसो मामले लड्दिनु भएर
What do you want to be when you grow up?
यहाँ बसेर चाहिँ अब कुनै कुनै कति चेन्ज हुन्छ मेरो चाहिँ अनि अहिले चाहिँ मलाई सोसल वर्कर पनि बन्नु मन लाग्छ घरि फोटोग्राफर बन्नु मन लाग्छ अनि घरि चाहिँ अफिस रिसेप्सनिस्ट बन्नु मन लाग्छ चेन्ज भइरहेको छ तर मेन चाहिँ मलाई चाहिँ समाजसेवी चाहिँ बन्छु र इसिडिसीलाई चाहिँ म सधैँ हेल्प गरिराख्ने छु अनि मामुलाई सही गरिरहेको छु आई हेभ बिन लिभ हियर फर 6 years.
राम्रो मान्छु म छोरीलाई खुसी छ
दुःख लागेको बेला
दुःख लागेको बेला त अहिले त पहिला त दुःख गरी त्यही बच्चालाई पढाउनुलाई होटल गऱ्यो अनि यसै कहानीमा छेल पऱ्यो होइन आफूले गरेर होइन गाउँलेहरू आएर खाने अब कताको ब्राउन सुगर तान्नेहरू आयो अनि त्यही भएरै मलाई त्यस्तोमा फस्यो होइन
मलाई चाहिँ मम्मी भएर नै मम्मीसँग भेट्दाखेरि नै खुसी चाहिँ लागेको थियो अनि तर मम्मी चाहिँ कस्तो त्यहाँ चार प्रकारले छेकेको अनि ठुल्ठुलो उहरूले वालहरूले छेकेको हुनाले त्यो चारैतिर देख्न पाइँदैन थियो जहिले एउटै कोठामा गुम्सेर बस्नु पर्थ्यो अनि त्यतिखेर चाहिँ नराम्रो लाग्थ्यो
In Nepal, lots of crime are done by the women because they don't have educations, they don't have resources. Crime like trafficking human beings to India, and even selling their own daughters and relatives' daughters, and dealing with the drugs. Soon Lakshmi's mom is going to come out from the prison, but Lakshmi, she doesn't want to go back to her family. So I'm happy to have her in ECDC, but we need to have their own house. You know, the children need to have their own house so that they feel like their future is secure. Right now we are staying in a rented place. Since I've opened ECDC from 2005, we've been shifting from one place to another more than 5 times. And I always worry about this.
It was quite difficult that we had to leave certain houses because the neighbors or the house owner did not want us. They thought that we were just running a small organization or kindergarten. But later on, when she said, no, this is only for prison children, then they are like, okay, their parents are criminal and they would not turn out good. I think you should just leave, kind of thing.
What would happen to these children if they don't have a place to go? Would Lakshmi go back to the prison? Or would Biraj go back carrying a concrete and not going to the school? And Prashna and Neha, would they just be in the street? The children need to have their own house. If they have their own house, people would not tell them to leave this house. अब तपाईँ निस्किने बित्तिकै तपाईँ अब के संस्थाबाट अपेक्षा गर्नुहुन्छ यो गरिदियोस् भन्ने के छ
म त सकेसम्म मिसँगै बच्चालाई त्यही लक्ष्मीले त के नि गरेर खान सक्छ होला जस्तो
इसिडिसीमा चाहिँ मैले आफूलाई नै चेन्ज भएको महसुस गर्छु मेरो पहिलाको लाइफ र अहिलेको लाइफ धेरै नै डिफ्रेन्स छ मम्मी भन्दा पनि धेरै ठुलो ठान्छु किनभने उहाँले मैले नजाने कुराहरू अब मैले मबाट भएको अब गल्तीहरूबाट चाहिँ मैले सबै कुराबाट उहाँले मलाई माफ गर्नुभयो मलाई उहाँले सबै सिकाउनु भएको छ सबै पाठहरू त्यसको बारेमा सिकाउनु भएको छ अनि म मामुलाई चाहिँ एकदम ठुलो ठान्छु
What is the special occasion on Saturday?
Saturday मैले सुनेअनुसार चाहिँ मोमो पार्टी हुन्छ अरे अनि यहाँको चाहिँ मोमो पार्टीहरू खाँदाखेरि पार्टीहरू भएको मजा आउँछ
मेरो सानो चम्चा कसले लग्यो
Hasina was 18 months when I got her here. Mom was living in the prison and Hasina, she was also living in the prison. I had her for a long time, but it was time for her to go back to her family because her mom had come out from the prison.
मामुसँगै राख्ने विचार थियो कि पढाइ त्यहीँबाट पुरा गर्ने उहीँबाट राम्रो हुन्छ भन्ने मेरो सोचाइ थियो अनि हस्बेन्डले नमानेको कारणले गर्दा मैले ल्याएँ
I would definitely like to have Hasina back to me. But I need to see the safety of Hasina's mom's life also. Because some way Hasina's mom might feel safety having a daughter with her. Because having your children with you, your husband won't do anything. 2 years back, Hasina's father was trying to kill Hasina's mom. He beat her in such a bad you would not imagine. You know, tied into rope and everything. And Hasina's brother went to the police station and reported the police and they saved their mother. I feel that Hasina's father will abuse Hasina. I can feel that.
अलि नमान्नु भन्दा पनि अब डिप्रेसन रोगी हो तर बिरामी भएर ढलेको त धेरै दुःख लाग्छ नि त्यस्तो
When Hasina's mother claimed that the husband is suffering with nerves disease or something, I know that he's taking drugs.
15 वर्ष लाग्यो अनि खास भन्नुपर्दा मलाई बिहा गरिकन 4 वर्ष मात्रै कमाउनु भयो उहाँले अहिले त मेरो आत्मा मरे जस्तो के अब
अहिले तिमीलाई घरमा हुँदाखेरि कस्तो लाग्छ
घर आउँदा मलाई धेरै राम्रो चाहिँ लाग्दैन आउँदै जाँदा गर्न चाहिँ मन लाग्छ यही राम्रो लाग्छ यही
Sometimes it's really bad to say that, but I wish that parents should never come back. But in reality, they come back. Tomorrow, if their parents come in this door, these children will never come. They'll never look back on me, you know, because they are happy to stay with their parents. This is the reality. I know the reality. You know, that's the reality, and that's the most painful for me also. At the initial time, I used to cry, you know, when the children used to leave this place, I used to cry. But that was the reality. What can I do?
She actually thinks these are her kids. She believes that when she says that. So it is quite hard for us when children are going.
अहिलेसम्म पनि दुःख सुखमा हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ हैन पढाइ त कुरा बाहेक कहिलेकाहीँ यसो खाँचो पर्दा मामु यस्तो भनेर गएँ भने उहाँले मेरो दुःख अहिलेसम्म नि हेरिरहनु भएको छ फाल्टै यसलाई पढाइ बाहेक पनि नाइनास्ती पनि गर्नुहुन्न केलाई पनि भनेर सोध्नुहुन्न मलाई त आमा बराबर रहेछ एकदमै मनपर्छ
एजको कति
45
I had got a call from the police regarding a girl and a mother who was caught by Interpol police saying that she was caught with the drugs. And the police said to me that this girl can't speak and she looks a bit different. And maybe I'm being biased, but when it's a girl, I have a different feeling for them because I am a girl also and I'm a daughter and I can feel how your society look at you. So I told my staff, we are going to have a new girl, and they was like, oh, we should think about it, having this girl, like, it was differently able. And I said, come on.
Has there ever been a time when you didn't get or couldn't take a child?
Just in one case, one is my failure case.
One?
Yes, one. I could not have her. Because the government people could not understand. They could not understand. Simply could not. He was such. You could not understand what I was trying to do. That's only the one I have so far. Till now, I don't have. One is the case, and that's my big regret. Just because of her, I can't say no. I know that I need to have my name, but it's very difficult to say no because you're working for those children and you see someone who's suffering and it's like, I can't say no. Mommy, I can't say no. I said, okay, tomorrow I'm going to come and pick her up. And she was so happy that she's going somewhere else. And her mom, she didn't have much reaction. She was not worried about her daughter, and that was really sad about it.
Neha's mother, I feel sad for her, but then again, there's a sense of anger towards her because when I said, do your time in this jail and then come out clean, she said, no, I'm not going to come out clean. So there are times when the parents, they have given up and they don't care. I feel so sad for her. Maybe for you all, she might just come out as a very ruthless person who's not caring about her child. But look at her, she did not have a good childhood. For all of us sitting here, it's easy to say, well, she could have worked somewhere, well, she could have done this and that, because we all have so many opportunities. But for her, she did not have any education, no opportunities. And these all are the factors that many people in Nepal do crimes and get into things.
Seeing Neha's mom, I really feel bad about her life, but it's really sad to see how she thinks about Neha. If she would not have come to ECDC, she would definitely be trafficked. Now, after coming to ECDC, we took her to the hospital. I showed her one of the best doctors to see whether she can speak.
नमस्ते
But it was really sad to see that one of her nerve had died already inside of her throat, because of taking off an overdose of the drugs by her mom.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Anna.
Now every week she's going for speech therapy. And the doctor is a very well qualified doctor.
Bus. Huh?
Our chicks can't go inside and she can blow them out, you know. She has to exercise the thing and we also have to help her.
तिम्रो नाम के हो? तिमी कति वर्ष?
12 अनि नेहालको
Is there anything that keeps you from taking more children?
What is my limit now is I have 44 children, you know. I don't have so much resources. I need to see the resources. There are more than 80 children still in the prison waiting for me to come and get them. And I want to help them, but I need to have a security for the children I already have. I don't have enough resources to bring in more children because we are spending so much money on the house rent.
I know and we all know that fooding and all, we could arrange it, we could cook, we could do a small kitchen garden and everything. But it was quite difficult for her to raise money for rent.
I worry about making the rent, yes. But I also know that if I continue to give to these children, people will continue to give to me.
Looking back on all of the children that you've had and all that you've done, what makes you the happiest?
I feel very happy looking at my older daughters and the smaller ones looking after Neha and showing things, which is a good way of sign, you know, how I'm treating my daughters. In our ECDC, like, you know, we have like a home captain from boys and from the girls side, and we have vice captains from both from the boys and the girls side. Right now, Manju is the captain, and so far, like Manju is like she's remarkable.
मेरो नाम चाहिँ मन्जु बालकोटी म 17 वर्षको भए अहिले म ECDCमा बस्दै आइरहेको छु सबैजनाहरुभन्दा ठुलो भयो हुँदा चाहिँ छु सबैजनाभन्दा ठुलो सबैभन्दा ठुलो छु त्यही भएर मलाई चाहिँ भाइ बहिनीहरुसँग धेरै जस्तो खेल्न मन लाग्छ भाइ बहिनीहरुको के कुराहरु त्यो जान्न मन लाग्छ अनि उनीहरुले पनि म क्याप्टेन भएको भएर होला भाइ बहिनीहरुले पनि मलाई राम्रै गर्छन् भनौं न राम्रै गर्छ उनीहरु पनि मसँग बोल्नुहुन्छ नि त्यस्तो मलाई त्यो रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी बढी चाहिँ भए जस्तो लाग्दैन अझ मलाई कस्तो खुसी लाग्छ कि यहाँ भएको भाइ बहिनीहरु मध्येमा चाहिँ म ठुलो छु अनि सबैले मैले भनेर मान्छन् अनि त्यो मलाई राम्रो लाग्छ यहाँ आउनुभन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ मेरो जीवन अलिक दुःख नै थियो भनौं मम्मी बाउ भित्र हुनुहुन्थ्यो बुवाले पनि छोडेर जानुभएको थियो घरमा कोठा भाडा नभएर अब त्यो घरबेटीले पनि मलाई निकाल्दै भयो र तर पछि मलाई गाह्रो हुँदै गयो कि बुवा नभएपछि मम नभएपछि त खानालाई गाह्रो भयो त्यही मैले त्यो जामी कामहरु गर्न थाले
अनि हजुरलाई हजुरको छोराछोरी नभेट्दाखेरि दुःख लाग्छ कि लाग्दैन हैन
दुःख त लाग्छ नि हामी बालबच्चाहरु आफूले नभेट्दा
सोच्छ नि हजुरको छोरी के बनोस् के बनाउन खोज्नु भएको छ नि
अब म जस्तो अनपढ नहोस् धेरै पढेर ज्ञानी होस् अब सानोतिनो कुरामा बुझ्न सक्ने होस् आज पढाइको नपढेको कारणले पनि आज सानो कुराले आज म यस्तो गरेर 20 वर्षसम्म जिन्दगी बिताउन बाध्य भएको छु त्यस्तो नहोस्
Education is the most important thing for them. In our country, without education, you can't do anything. You don't get a job. They don't see you in a good way if you're not educated. So they should learn why their parents have done crime because lack of education. Because they never had an education opportunity. For Lashmi, Manju, Biraz, I can say, whatever you have passion for right now, go for it. Don't look back, go for it. I'll be always there for them. Manju, she wants to be a lawyer because she wants to fight for her mom's case. These children, what they feel is whatever crime parents have done, in some way deep in their heart, they feel like that's their parents, They forget everything. But the older ones, they do not like to repeat the same mistake.
फेरि बुवाले चाहिँ छोडेर गइराख्नुहुन्छ झापामा जानुहुन्छ जहिले नि हामीलाई छोडेर अनि मम्मीलाई त्यतिखेर नि गाह्रो थियो पछि फेरि छोडेर जानुभएको थियो त्यतिखेर पनि मम्मीलाई मान्छेले के भन्थ्यो मम्मी कति रुनुहुन्थ्यो मलाई नि रुन मन लाग्थ्यो अनि त्यतिखेर गाह्रै थियो म चाहिँ के भन्न चाहन्छु भने मेरो बुवालाई बुवा हामीलाई भेट्न आउनुहोस् जे जस्तो भए पनि मम्मीले अब गरेको भए पनि नभए पनि नपाउनु दुःख हामीले पाइसक्यौँ त्यही भएर मम्मीलाई चाहिँ भेट्न आउनुहोस् हामीलाई भेट्न आउनुहोस् तपाईँको धेरै माया लाग्छ भाइ पनि जहिले नि तपाईँलाई खोजिरहेको छ मलाई भेट्न आउनुहोस् भनेर लाग्छ My older daughters, they are also getting old, I have to see their future also. If they come back and if they say, I would like to open another center, then for sure I would go for it. पुष्पा माम चाहिँ मलाई एकदम मनपर्छ अनि पुष्पा मामलाई चाहिँ म भगवानै मान्छु अनि भन्नुहुन्छ मलाई मम्मी भन्दा नि ठुलो लाग्छ पुष्पा मामु किनभने मम्मीले चाहिँ भन्नुहुन्छ कि मैले तिमीलाई जन्म मात्रै दिएँ कर्म दिन सकिनँ जन्म दिने आमा भन्दा कर्म दिने आमा ठुलो हुन्छ त्यही भएर मलाई मेरो मम्मी जस्तै लाग्छ पुष्पा माम
Giving a birth is not a big thing, but giving them a practical life and leading them a life into a reality, that's a more important thing. And I feel very proud. I know that I'm not the biological mother. But at least they treat me as mother. That's more reality and that's more appreciated. And that's my responsibility. Being a mother, that's my responsibility to fulfill their dreams, to fulfill their everything. That's my responsibility.
बहिनी आई गयो बुझाए दसैँ पहेली धानका बाला नसुकै आउँदा सालसम्म जारी फुलमाला बहिनी यो साल यतिकै भइगयो
Today, I'm changing so many's life. And tomorrow, they are changing somebody else's life. Today, we don't give it to them. Tomorrow, they will not give it to others. It's like passing the things.
नसुकै आउँदा सालसम्म जारी फुलमाला
It is my great honor tonight to announce the 2012 CNN Hero of the Year. The 2012 CNN Hero of the Year from Kathmandu is Pushpa Vasnath.
Thank you so much. This award means a lot to me. And still, 80 children are living in the prison. Definitely, Mamu is going to take you out from the prison, and you're coming to my place. And this is for my children, and this is for my back to my country, Nepal. And thank you so much for everyone who voted for me and who believed in my dream. Thank you.